Hello guys, it's Valerio, your VTech boy here, and I'm an FIA GTC finalist. And today I'm bringing you at the Nürburgring 24 hours for the round 7 of the Manufacturers Cup, here with the lap guide on the Honda NSX Gr.3. So let's go. And here we are for a lap of the Nürburgring 24 hours. So first of all, Nürburgring GP section. So you have to brake in between the 150 meter board and the 100 meter board. And yeah, you start braking there. Get close so much to this little corner with the bump. And try to get as close as possible to the walls. So you exit faster. Here you start braking at this part of the asphalt. So let's say you have this section here that takes you to another layout of the track, and you start braking exactly here. And yeah, you start turning in, take the apex, and be careful not taking the grass, otherwise your car will slide. On the green here, on the exit. Then here we're gonna start braking on this gray asphalt. So as soon as the gray asphalt starts, you have to brake. Here on the apex, stick with the apex always. Here on the green on the exit, use it. And here you can use this this part of the track to enter the corner wider, so getting it faster. Here you brake in between the gray asphalt and the green asphalt. So here you take the apex on the green on the exit. We're about to finish the Nürburgring GP section. Just the final corners that takes us to the Nordschleife. Here we brake right after the 100 meter board. We try to keep 2 tires on the curbs and 2 tires on the asphalt, as always. And here we are entering the Nordschleife. So here we brake at the end of the pit wall, and we try to take a little bit the curb. So here we don't have so many references, so try imagine by yourself where is the best reference for braking and turning. But here we start braking carefully. Let's say not use so much the brakes because the car will start sliding. Here we always stick to the curbs, and also be careful if the car jumps a little bit because the curbs are a little bit high. Also here you have a little bit of jump as it happened now. So yeah, we are going through the Flugplatz, the most famous corner probably of the track. Your car will jump and you have to lift a little bit the gas to let's say not go wide through the corner because it's very fast, and at the same time it's a blind corner. So yeah, so now Schweidenkreitz. Be careful here because also a little bump. We have to lift, stay as much as inside as possible. Here, take the apex and exit on the apex as well. Yeah, fast section here. Also, this one is very tricky because it's going suddenly uphill. Here we brake at the brown, let's say the brown surface of the track, and try to take the left hander, like the left curb, not so much because the car will bump a lot. Here take the curve as you have extra rotation through this section. Yeah, so halfway through the track, here we're gonna stay as much inside as possible because we have to avoid going on the grass there. Always stick to the curb because you have some banker on the corner, so it helps you to rotate, as also here, for example. So here stick with the curb. And yeah, also through this corner, try to always brake a little bit earlier. So here, same thing, we go into first. and then we exit gently with the throttle. Here at the end of the curb, we brake. We try to take only the curb there. Here, try to stay inside, and also be careful on the bump there because the car is gonna 100% slide, so you have to be very careful about the part. And here is very tricky because another blind corner. Try to take it wide, then close it. Don't be too much late on close it because the banker of the curb will take you wide. And then we have, let's say, a chill part of the track, one of the few chill part of the straights to think about the next corner and to also relax about the first part of the track. So here we're gonna brake right before the end of the gray asphalt, as this is another fast corner. And here we brake right before the start of the curve. Here, gentle on the throttle as always. And here we have the carousel. So we brake right after the shadow here, and we try to stay on this striped banker, which helps you to rotate the car. And we also have to keep the same speed, otherwise we go off or we might slide because we are too much on the inside. Start of the curve, we brake, go into the inside, follow the curves, and through this section is pretty much the same. We always have to stick on the inside to get better cornering speed. So try to take the curves. Be very careful here because the surface is changing through the corners. We can get wide here, and yeah, we can make it faster here. Here we can take the curb and also a little bit of grass if you want. And here you start braking as soon as you are starting the jump, because the car doesn't have the stability, so you have to brake to give the car the stability to enter the corner. And we are the final, let's say, the final section of the Nordschleife on the inside, and then here we can get a little bit wide if you want. Here is the mini carousel. Same thing of the carousel. Try to be inside of the banker, not too much on the inside or you slide. Here you enter not too much on the inside, otherwise you take the bump and the car will basically fly. And yeah, here we have probably one of the longest straight in the real life circuits. So here we can, let's say, relax, take a deep breath, and prepare ourselves for the next laps. And also the consistency is key on this track because obviously it's a very hard track. So, and here we're gonna start braking after this second corner. We get wide, close it, and yeah, that's it. It's a very hard track to remember, guys, so try to follow it step by step. So now I'm gonna try to do a quick lap. So I'm gonna focus. Nice. Keep it as inside as possible. Brake here. Exit on the green here. And always follow the curves. The gray surface, we start braking. Stay on the inside. We we go on the green. We can take this part of the track, go up here. Obviously, try to not go on the sand, otherwise your car will slow down. Here, in between the green and the gray surface. All right. So here, on the 100-meter board, we take it fast. And here we enter the Nordschleife again. Another thing I want to add, for example, is that on the Nordschleife section especially, try to not go so much on the limit, try to not exaggerate. Otherwise, you'll end up in big mistakes. Always gentle on the throttle, guys. Always gentle. As with these bumps, it's 1 second and you're gonna probably spin. Jump. A little bit of lifting the gas, and we're through. Try to really stay focused on the track and on every reference you can get to be safe. As soon as the curb ends, we brake. We go up here a little bit. Okay, so another tricky section again. So the brown surface, we brake. Go a little bit on the inside, not too much. Use the curves for extra rotation. Same again. Wide, we close it, not too much. As it's very risky this corner, you may end up on the grass. Here the same, try to be as much inside as possible to use the banker. Inside again. We start braking carefully here as you have another little bit blind corner, let's say, and also tight. End of the curve. And here we stay inside. As you see, for example, if we go a little bit wide, the car will suddenly understeer. So try to take it as much inside as possible. Also here, wide, then close it. Then you can exit. So halfway there through the track. Obviously, the Nordschleife track is the most difficult part to remember. And it's gonna probably take you days, weeks, I don't know, even months to understand this track. As for me, as I always train here, so yeah. Okay, almost the end of the gray surface there. Here, right before the start of the curve. So then carousel. Try to enter slowly and keep the speed on this part of the track and exit like that. So finals, one of the final sectors here of the Nordschleife, and probably the most technical. So here it's very important to remember the corner, like corner after corner, so you have a better thinking of the racing line you need to get. Be as much careful as possible again. Okay, always remember to be wide, get the most speed out of the corners. Here we have the jump, so jump, brake, and then turn. So that's the point. We're getting closer to the end. So final corners before the straight. We brake a little bit before, just slightly. We stay always wide here. Mini carousel. Here not too on the inside. Oof. You know, you have to be relaxed because you cannot be so aggressive on the corners, but at the same time you have to be very focused. So that's another thing to understand, to also improve about this track. So last corners, finally, I guess. We're gonna start braking right after this corner here. So brake, stay wide, take a little bit of the curve here, keep the throttle, and woo, we did it. And that's a lap for the Nürburgring 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was a very hard track, so I recognize it, but I hope that I managed to give you an explanation step by step of the full track. So see you guys and good luck for the upcoming races of the FIA GTC.